Yes, there we are again, day number 5 of this challenge, and just went out for a run, very short run, but was before sunrise, so I already had a lot of things to think about, and then this came to mind as well because I've started this challenge to get myself into habits, get myself going. But then I thought, let's make this whole challenge a bit more interesting and see how we can get the most out of it. So what I've decided is that I will take these 100 days to build a new business as well. So currently I have a business which is running okay. Don't have any trouble there, but I want something more. I want something better, and I want something that's gonna help you as well. So how am I gonna do that? Probably what I will be doing in these videos as well for the next 100 days is share with you the exact steps I'm taking. And yes, there will be failures in it, and yes, there will be success in it, but it's all to figure out what is gonna be the best path for me. And hopefully in that way, I can also show you how you should be doing it. I'm not gonna tell you like after all like how it went, because I don't believe that's gonna work, because then I'm at a different state and I want you to see exactly what I've been doing for these 100 days so you can do the same trick and apply that to anything that you want to create or you want to build. Because as I said in the earlier videos as well, if you've seen any of them, it's about the habits you're getting in. So it's about the habit of working out. It's about the habit of learning something new, eating healthy, but also make sure you have enough sleep. Make sure you're building something. And that's something that I wanted to add as an extra thing. Build something, because I think if we start building something, it feels more as progress because you actually can see that you're getting somewhere. I'm not gonna say you're gonna see like big results directly, and it's not gonna be big progress because there's a lot of hoops and rings with fire that you need to jump through. But eventually you will see that success. But that's only after the progress. I read something, I think it was in the book Millionaire Fastlane. And that was about actually this part, that a lot of the times you see the event that happened. So at some point somebody became successful, or at some point somebody sold his business for millions, or anything like that. But we forget to see what the progress was that they needed to go through in order to get there. And I want to show you that progress as well. Where are we going through? What is the struggle? What's something we're hicking up against? And no, it's not going to be every day that we think like, yes, we made it. I've already like doubted with these videos. Should I continue with it? Yes or no? And of course, we all start with low views. No, like it's not that I'm going to be like viral overnight or something, but that's also not the goal of this. The goal of this is for me to document what I'm doing. So first of all, I can learn from it. Second of all, you can learn from it. And third, I can hopefully at some point say I can recreate this process over and over and over again, so we can start creating and building more. Because if there's one thing I learned, it's that I have 99 ideas, and a lot of the times none of them see any light. So that's what I want to change. And that's also the part where I think I can help you with, because probably you have so many ideas as well. So what I want to do is building a business. But of course, I did a little bit of research already, and I have some background in marketing, data, automation. So there are quite a few things already that I could build my business on. And that's actually what I want to do as well, because data and data marketing and automation are quite a passion of me. I can think about it like marketing brains are never off. Just don't get me wrong, but it doesn't matter where I look, I always see some kind of marketing, whether it's a headline, whether it's the way products have been created or anything around that. It doesn't matter. Marketing is always on. Doesn't matter whether it's a normal weekday or a weekend day or you're on a holiday, doesn't really matter. So that also brings quite some passion. Then next to that, it's data. Data has been something there for all my life. I love to do math, but next to that, in quite of the early phases of my career, I was dealing a lot with like Excel combinations, lookups, and like really data manipulation as well. But of course, like with now all other technologies coming along, I thought like, okay, that's maybe not the focus part anymore. Funny enough, I do see now that there's a lot of data, but we don't know what that data is telling us. I do, because I've been dealing with that quite a lot. But a lot of entrepreneurs are not sure what this data is telling them. They just see a lot of data, they see nice graphs, but after that they don't see anything. And I believe that data is there to tell you a story that you simply need to listen to, because the story is telling you what you should be doing as a next step. That's what data is about. Data is about the story it tells, you listen, and you optimize based on that, or you make decisions based on that. And trust me, if you have better data, you make better decisions. But if you're not able to read the data, you're not able to make those decisions. And what I've felt myself as well is that a lot of times we're indecision. So we're not making the decision while actually we already know the answer. Whether you should stop some ad campaign, whether you should stop with focusing on platform A and go to platform B, or the type of client you want to deal with, or the data is already telling you this, but we're simply not listening because it's not actively telling us. We need to dig in, figure out, and it needs to tell us the answers. And there's always the brain that tells us or the gut feeling that could say something different. But then it's, what do you trust? Anyway, that's about data. So I strongly believe that based on data, you can make better decisions, and therefore you can create a better business and a better life. Then next to that, it's automation, which should give you the ability to free up more time, do more things that you enjoy, or do more things that only you can do. Because there are a lot of tasks that also I'm doing that could be outsourced to either anybody else or to something else. And that something else to me is automation. With the world of AI that we're living in now, will make it easier, but still, you need to give the input. You need to think about it. So that whole part, that whole combination of marketing, data, automation is what I call the strategy around it. And the data is gonna input the strategy. So you have the strategy, data is going in. Then you have your strategy, what you're gonna do, what's the next steps, which decisions are you gonna make, and then it's more about optimizing that strategy, making sure it's being automated so you free up more time to do other things. Well, that's anyway the idea, and I've been playing with this idea for a long time in my head. But this is where I want to build a new business in. And this is something that I want to help you in. And I will show you how I'm using this for my business as well, for the business that I'm gonna build. But there's quite some things needed for that. It's not simply gonna be like, okay, I just get a domain name and just launch it and everybody knows about it. It's about figuring out your ideal client, the market that you wanna go in, who is actually needed this, how are you gonna message this, like what's the messaging around it. So the whole idea for me now with these 100 days is to create a business, create something that will eventually keep working. Next to that, there's also the personal part. So it's gonna be both sides, and I hope you're gonna enjoy that part as well, because I strongly believe that if we're doing the right things and we learn from the failures, and trust me, there will be a lot of failures down the line, because I've never set up a business like how I imagine this one. So yes, there will be a lot of lessons, but also something hopefully you can get out of it. And if there's one thing I want to share with you right now is, if you have any issues with data and you're not understanding it, or you don't know what it's telling you, you should be listening better. Data is telling you your best next step. The reason I'm now turning into this 5th day into changing a bit the challenge. So the video is still there and still is going to be 100 days, but the focus is going to be a bit more on building business. Why? Because there's a lot of struggle with entrepreneurs, with non-entrepreneurs yet that want to be one, to go from idea to action. And if we're getting more from idea to action quicker, then we will be able to do much more. And that's something that I want to show you as well. How quickly do you get from idea to action? How do you get from idea to product quickly? There is a go-to-market strategy for that. I've read books about it. I've been dealing with that with clients of mine, but now it's time to build that for myself. And as soon as I build that for myself, This is the reason for these videos as well. I want to share that with you. You see every step, every take, and we will make sure that after all, you can do the same thing. And hopefully it's going to be a big lessons learned and successful. And if not, it's still a big lessons learned. So I hope you can help in this as well. So probably next videos will be also about ideal client and like how do you get to know them, who are they, where can you find them, anything like that. So it's a lot of feedback as well. But anyway, I will share it with you, what I know, what I don't know, what I will need to learn in order to get there. So thank you for this moment. I'm gonna enjoy the coffee. I'm not even sure if it's still warm, but I just already enjoy like having these conversations because I feel more natural, like it's becoming a bit more natural, that it's actually a conversation. It's not just a video that I can create perfectly. It's a conversation I have with myself. And I can tell you a lot of the times while I'm running or I'm just meditating or something, it's just the conversation in your head. It's the conversation with yourself. So why not put it all on record, make sure that you can enjoy it as well. As long as it's not very strange conversations, but these happen in my head as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this, and I hope it's something you could be looking out for as well. Something you want to build in the future. Maybe not now, but at least you can learn from it. And as I said, the 100 days is not just about building a business, not just that. It's also about personal development. So go for the workout, go for healthy food, go for reading, go for meditation, anything like that. Just put it on there yourself. Create rules, make rules, and go for them. Chase them and see every day is a new opportunity. New day, new opportunity every single day. Take it, and I completely believe that after all, we will all have success, but you need to take that first step. Take that with me now, and just if you want to enjoy any of these videos or want to see where we are in 100 days, just click the subscribe or comment, or anyway, I think it's subscribe. Click subscribe, hit it, and I will see you in the next days. Have a good day. Speak to you later.